I've really parked on an angle for this one. If I end up in the boot by the end of this review, I'm very sorry. Anyway, let's have a chat about the magic faraway tree. G'day, it's Adam here again with another quick instant movie review for you. So last night I caught The Magic Faraway Tree. This is the latest adaptation from Enid Blyton's book, The Magic Faraway Tree. Funny that, which was written back in 1943. She actually wrote 4 novels in this series. The Enchanted Wood in 1939, The Magic Faraway Tree in 43, The Folk of the Faraway Tree in 46, and Up, The Faraway Tree in 1951. Can you believe that she wrote over 700 stories across 5 decades? Amazing. Anyway, what's this about? Polly, played by Claire Foy, decides to leave her job on principle, and her husband Tim, played by Andrew Garfield, decide to risk it all and go to the countryside, and they take their kids Beth, Joe and Fran along with them. Joe and Beth are pretty appalled by the lack of electricity and Wi-Fi in the countryside, whilst Fran decides to venture into the forbidden forest and up the faraway tree, where she meets Silky, Moonface and Saucepan Man, along with a lot of other people. Fran convinces the kids to come along, and soon they all visit different lands, including the Sweets Land, Birthday Cake Land, and all the rest of it. This is all directed by Ben Gregor, who has done a lot of TV work in the past, and more on that later, and written by Simon Farnaby, who is a massive writer. He has written a lot of English bits and pieces, a lot of television, so Horrible Histories, Ghosts. He also wrote Paddington 2. He's an actor as well as a comedian, as well as a writer. This film has all-star cast, including Claire Foy, as I mentioned, Andrew Garfield. You've also got people such as Jennifer Saunders in this one. You've got Rebecca Ferguson that turns up. So there's a lot of people in this. It is an extremely English fare. As I sat down and watched this, 2 things came across my mind. Number one, I'm probably not the target audience for this film. This is very much designed for young people, very young people who like lots of colour, who like no peril or very minimal peril, like things to happen very fast, very quick, to not be bored, to get to the next adventure and have a little bit of a giggle at the same time, and be wowed by the beautiful fairies, by the magical lands, by the big landscapes, by the beautiful tree. So, you know, this has all of that, and lots of colour everywhere. So that is what the audience that is going to watch this is going to be very happy with. If you're an adult taking your kids along to go and watch this, there is no in-jokes. There's nothing that you're going to go, oh, I got that one, that's hilarious. There's nothing like that. All you have is a film that is very twee, that has a very good heart, that feels absolutely like a something that would be very much suited on a English early morning kids TV network. This kind of feels like that. I don't know what those are, because wasn't growing up in England, and I didn't really have a lot of that going on, but this feels like it's very much of that type of thing. I think the closest thing I'd probably put it down to for something that's in Australia might be something like Around the Twist. Is probably the closest thing. Anything by Paul Jennings is probably that style of thing that we'd get here in Australia. So it's a very simple, effective, not risky. You could put your kids in and go and have some lunch, put them in the cinema, go and have some lunch, come back, and they wouldn't be crying or upset or wandering around the cinema going, I'm bored. I think this is very much everything that if Enid Blyton was alive today, she would see this adaptation and go, good on you. You've done very well. You've kept to the spirit of everything that I wanted, and that's great. does that fully translate to realistic characters in the current sense of the world? No, not at all. There's a lot that doesn't enter into reality. But we're talking about a film called The Magic Faraway Tree. So is anything really going to go into reality with this? No is the answer to the question. Ben Gregor, as I mentioned, has done a lot of TV, and that's exactly what this feels like. It feels like a massive TV show. A whole lot of episodes slung together. It's colourful. It's perfect for the kids. It's not going to hurt you. Are you going to remember it? Probably not. Will there be more? I'm not sure. It depends on whether or not young people want to go and see this thing. I'm not sure that everyone is going to be tugging at their parents' coats, going, "I really want to see the Tree movie." I'm not sure. I kind of hope so, because it's hugely inoffensive. That's probably the best thing I could say about it. Everyone does a lovely job. They do a very nice job. They smile. They say lovely dialogue. The kids are good. They sing when they need to. They frown when they need to. They do everything right. There's nothing overly standout-ish. It's absolutely fine. So, The Magic Faraway Tree, I would probably give like a 7 out of 10. It's absolutely fine, if not a little bit derivative, but it's not going to hurt you. So you're not going to fall out of the tree. That is my review of The Magic Faraway Tree. Have you seen a film that you have watched as a kid that you've revisited recently that you go, oh, that actually is just as good as it was when I was a little kid? Maybe it's the Never-Ending Story. Maybe it's like Labyrinth, or maybe it's, I don't know, something else. I really want to rewatch Condor Man. It was a film that was released back in the 80s with Michael Crawford. I can't find it anywhere. I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be absolutely horrific, but when I watched it as a kid, I loved it. Is there a film like that you have? Comment below, let me know. I'd love to find out, and I look forward to seeing you all next time here in my car. Good night.